Hello again, chaps and chapettes. How are we all doing? It is lovely to see you all again, as always. What we're going to talk about tonight, guys, is a story I think you all pretty much know about already, as it's been widespread on social media throughout the day and various newspapers, news outlets, that kind of a thing. So, as I say, I'm pretty sure you're all pretty much clued up on this, probably even more than I am. But we're going to talk about it anyway, because that's my whole raison d'etre of my channel. We pick out news articles worthy of talking about, and yeah, that's what we do here. What I am, of course, talking about is the Jewish football fans over in Amsterdam, who have been to see their team play in the Europa League game, left the stadium after the match, and they were set upon by masked thugs on scooters. That's the only information that's gleaned from this rather short newspaper article. Just generic masked men, probably local men, as they usually tend to be. Now, like I said, this is in a Daily Mail. I'll just run through it for a little bit of context in case any of you out there who live under rocks or inside caves or live, quite a similar life to how I live. Don't get out very much. Violent attacks on Israeli football fans in Amsterdam by anti-Semitic scooter gangs have been denounced as a Jew hunt on the streets of Amsterdam by right-wing politician Geert Wilders. Now, that is a huge surprise to me. Usually Geert Wilders is denounced as some kind of radical, extreme, far-right, racist Islamophobe. It's nice to see it watered down and not going down the same road as they usually do by calling everything they don't like or anything they don't agree with racist and Islamophobic and far-right. It's nice he's actually gone down to what he actually is, right-wing. Well, no, actually, in my own opinion, I think Geert Wilders is a bit more of a centrist than he is right-wing, particularly if you read some of his policies and have ever read or heard any of his interviews. Hundreds of Maccabi Tel Aviv fans were ambushed and attacked in the Dutch capital as they left Ajax's stadium following the Europa League match between the two sides, with fans reporting that they were set upon by thugs. Anti-Immigration Party for Freedom leader Wilders described the shameful and unacceptable violence and called for those who attacked the Maccabi supporters to be arrested and deported, suggesting they were migrants. Well, who on earth could have seen that coming? I certainly didn't. He says, bullshitting. 10 people were injured in the violence, Israeli officials said, with the Times of Israel and other outlets in the country reporting that the attacks were largely perpetrated by Amsterdam locals of Arabic origin. Once again, who could have seen that coming? Police are still trying to establish exactly who was behind the horrific attacks. Yes, of course, because you don't want to be called a racist. Which saw masked men chase down, beat and kick Israeli fans, which prompted the Israeli government to intervene. It urged Israelis to stay indoors, stay inside their hotel and not have Jewish symbols on shore if they did go outside, and announced 2 military cargo planes to extract citizens before these were later stood down. Now, I've got to apologise profusely here, guys, for using this overused stereotype and overly used cliche. But when you see in UK papers lines such as it urged Israelis to stay in their hotels and not have Jewish symbols on shore if they did go outside, I'm sorry to say this, guys, it annoys me just as much as it probably annoys you, but this is so 1930s Germany. Oh, pre-1939, when the brown shirts were sent in to dismantle Jewish businesses, paint the Star of David on Jewish-owned businesses, arresting people simply for being Jewish, beating them in the street for being Jewish. It just screams it so much. I cannot help myself going down this avenue. But I do apologise for going down that avenue. It won't happen again, I don't think. Also, guys, let me ask you one little question here. In today's climate, right, who on earth in this entire world would hunt down Jewish people? Particularly what's happening between Israel, Palestine, Iran, and a whole host of other sandpit shitholes. Who's going to hunt down Jews? Yeah, exactly. Geert Wilders is probably pretty much spot on this. This is just my opinion, of course. There's no concrete evidence. I have no inside knowledge, just to please the YouTube algorithm and the inevitable review I'm going to get on this video to be monetized, because I'm constantly being refused and I'm having to keep reviewing them all the time, and I'm losing fucking money all the time because not monetizing my videos. Anyway, stop digressing, Daniel. So yeah, who's going to hunt down Jews? It's obvious who's going to hunt down Jews. There's no need to second guess. There's no need to send in Poirot or Sherlock on this one. And let me tell you another thing, guys. My parting thought here before I leave you. Don't think we are going to escape such brazen attacks like have happened to the Jews over in Amsterdam, either was it tonight or last night, either way. Because let me tell you this, right? This is just my opinion, once again. It's not set in stone. That once a certain section of people in this country get a real foothold in this country, I fully expect attacks like these to be made against you and me. Hopefully not in our lifetime, obviously, and hopefully not in our kids' lifetime. But somewhere down our family tree, either our kids' kids or our kids' kids' kids, I think this is destined to happen. Because let's face it, a certain subsection of people do outbreed us, white British families, by about 5 to 1. Average birth rate of an average British family is about 1.44 children per family, whereas, I'm sorry to keep talking in code, guys, but you do realise it has to be done. A certain subsection of people breed like wildfire. So it's going to happen. There's some of them in government right now. That's only going to exasperate. The more children they have, the more voter power they're going to have in the future. I fully expect in maybe 50, possibly 80 years, that's being conservative. It's probably much sooner than that. We will be attacked in the street. And I personally think we will be forced to leave our lands at some point in the future. But once again, just my opinion. That's it. Not being anti-Semitic, I'm not being what's the word, Islamophobic or anything like that. I'm just setting out my opinion like I usually do on my YouTube channel. Wink, wink. Anyway, guys, that's my video. I'm sorry to drone on. I went really off on a tangent on this one. But yeah, please let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Who do you think these masked thugs on scooters were? And yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Oh, yes, before I go, there's going to be no videos tomorrow or on Sunday, guys. Me and Mrs. are going to be taking some shit up to the new house and, yeah, just moving a few big things in there so we don't have to do it after Christmas and, yeah, annoy ourselves and break our backs. So, yeah, I'll see you early next week. It's going to be Monday, possibly Tuesday. And, yeah, enjoy your weekend and I'll see you in a bit. Cheers.